If you're a big swim team and you like to order a lot of gear, maybe you ought to check out Swim Outlet Team Division for these reasons. Swim teams receive a 10% discount on bulk orders. Swim teams or organizations get an 8% commission on referred sales. You'll also like their customization services, which is affordable and available at all times during the year for all team gear. With over 50,000 items in stock, you can get most anything you want. Swim Outlet Team Division. You need to try it out. You'll be glad you did.
This is the Morning Swim Show for Monday, July 22nd, 2013. I'm your host, Jeff Cummings. Many people have talked about it, but Andrew Day and Erick Knight actually did it. The two are co-creators of the first calendar exclusively featuring swimmers as models. The 2014 swimmer calendar just made its debut, and joining me in the Finis Monitor from Washington, D.C. are Andrew Day and Erick Knight, plus a very familiar face to swimming fans and one of the models in the calendar, Peter Vanderkaay. We got Peter on the left, Andrew in the middle, and Erick on our right. Guys, it's great to see you. How are you today?
Doing well. How are you, Jay?
Good.
Doing very well. Andrew and Erick, I would imagine you guys are extra excited to finally get this calendar out to the public.
Yeah, it's been a long year of a lot of work and coordination to get here.
I'm sure it's not easy to, I would imagine just getting everybody together for the photo shoots was probably the hardest part.
Yeah, it's like herding cats, man. They're all over the country, you know. You got to get the flights coordinated, tons of work, but we got it done. We're really proud of it.
I understand this idea came during the 2012 Olympic trials, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. So my friend Beth was at trials, and she came up with the idea to do it. Nothing like it had ever been done. And, you know, we said, hey, if anybody can pull this off, it's us. And we had the photographer. I swam with Andrew Day in college, and we couldn't have had a better match for that. And we knew all the athletes, so we put it all together, and we were really lucky to have every piece fall into place to get it done.
And Andrew, how did you get people like Peter involved in this?
Well, really, Peter's part of a personal connection through Knight and I as teammates who we've been training with and everything. We really reached out to our friends that we knew we could get involved through the sport, that we knew through the sport. So.
And it looks like a lot of the people have a connection with Swim at Carolina where you were training with Erick, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. You know, most of them are my friends, and that's kind of how we had to start this first year. You can't just go up to people you don't know and say, hey, you want to model in a calendar? And it's a lot easier to ask friends and really give them the background, and that's how we got Peter. Tell them what it's really all about. It's not just a calendar. It's really starting something new, and it was really special to be a part of.
And Peter, what was the major factor that convinced you that you wanted to be involved in this?
You know, I thought it was just a neat project. Like you guys said, it had never been done before, and it was for a good cause. So I told them, yeah, I'm happy to help.
And obviously, it's probably nothing like doing those Speedo catalog photo shoots. I imagine this was a little bit different.
There are a few differences.
Well, it's probably, I can imagine it was probably pretty fun to do. How long was your particular photo shoot, Peter?
I think it was a couple hours, but you know, it went by really quick. We had a lot of fun doing it, and it was cool to see it all come together into the final product.
And I don't want to go any further without mentioning some of the other swimmers that are in the calendar. There's Davis Tarwater, who's the model for January. Brian Lundquist, who closes out the calendar in December. We got a couple females in there: Madison Kennedy, Kate Ziegler, Kim Vandenberg, and then also there's Josh Schneider, who's the featured athlete for May. Andrew is the photographer for this. Tell us about some of the interesting stories you could share about some of the photo shoots.
About shooting? Well, one is really interesting logistically for us to get everybody in the same place. We shot on location in New York and in Charlotte. And I think, you know, most of it was just kind of about, for me, hanging out and having fun with a few friends and getting to know people and kind of share a side of them that I either knew personally or I felt like we could convey, personally and publicly to them. I don't know, anything interesting from, I mean, it was a big riot. I think like a lot of laughs and, jumping around in the pool in the water in our Speedos, which is really nothing.
It's nothing out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
But,
So just,
I think when you get that group of people together at one time, it's like a national meet or a Grand Prix. Everyone says hi to everyone because they miss their friends, and that's what it was. It was like a party, but oh yeah, we have to do a photo shoot too. There's that. So we had a great time doing it.
yeah.
Was every shot planned, or was it just kind of like, oh, just everybody just do something and we'll just kind of take the best of it?
No, literally, there's very little art direction going into it. So that was one thing that I really liked, was just kind of responding, I think, to the environment and, each person as an individual and trying to work with their personalities and stuff. So as far as that goes, the photography and art direction was very organic, and I like shooting that way sometimes. Sometimes we go in with like a very specific shot list, but it was more kind of like, okay, let's just go in and see what we can do, because I think everybody's comfortable at the pool and with what we're doing, so it's just hanging out and having a good time.
Yeah, I would say, like, normally Andrew's in fashion photography and he's told, hey, you need to create this and use this model and create that. With him in this project, it was just, here you go, Andrew, create. And the calendar is the result of that. We're really proud of it.
Was that more liberating for you, Andrew, to have that freedom?
Yeah, I mean, I like both. Like, sometimes it's nice to go in and accomplish something specific, and I dig, variety's the spice of life. So I like taking on different projects and challenging myself in different ways. So, it can present a challenge, kind of going into something blind. But I think sometimes, no matter as much as you plan, you still don't know what's going to happen or what it's going to turn out to be like.
Now, this is a calendar for 2014. Have you already thought about who you want to get in there for 2015?
We've got a lot of response from a lot of athletes that want to be in 2015 already, and that's pretty exciting. The calendar's just coming out now, and we've been talking to a bunch of people that are really interested. And actually, a lot of internationals want to do an international edition, but we're not there yet. We got to launch this one and get this out there and make sure that it works. But yeah, there's a lot of attention to it. It's great.
Peter, have you gotten any responses from friends, teammates, former teammates, or anything about you being in there?
Yeah, everything I've heard so far has been really positive. They're really excited to see the whole thing, and those that have just seen the picture in my month, they're really excited about it.
Yeah, and this morning we were launching at a summer league team here in Arlington, and it's like 250 kids. And not only were we signing calendars, but Peter started signing faces and arms. It was hilarious. We put it out on Twitter. I've never seen anything like it.
By request only.
Yeah.
By request, though.
Come here, kid.
I would imagine that some of the friends you've been talking to, Peter, are probably a little bit jealous that they weren't part of that first one. I mean, it's probably going to be something you can look back on and say, if this becomes popular, if it branches out to other things, that you were part of the first one.
Yeah, that's the goal. We want people on board and want to make it a bigger production.
Well, this is not just a beefcake calendar. I know there's you're going for a special cause with this. Raising
sure?
What do you mean it's not a beefcake?
I don't know. I think he's offending us a little bit.
I didn't say. I said it's not just a beefcake calendar.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So I know there's another reason for this. You're trying to raise awareness about blood donations and getting people to understand the importance of donating blood. How did the calendar and the idea of raising awareness about this get linked together?
Well, it kind of started at the very, very beginning with me and Beth talking about how we could do this, and we realized this calendar could be a vehicle for so much more. I mean, athletes that get to the level that Peter's gotten to, and most of the athletes in the calendar, are just so blessed with so many things to be able to perform at that level, and we feel like this is a great way to give back. Hey, promote a good cause with a really, really fancy ad campaign and donate it to a certain cause. Sure, we're selling calendars, but we're also getting the message out that blood donations save lives, and it's a really important thing. And we plan on doing something like that each year.
And so will it be a different cause each year, or are you always going to be tying it with blood donations?
No, it'll be a different cause. But this year was blood donation, and that's just the one that we landed on. But We'll kind of play that by ear as we go into the future.
Well, it'll be very interesting, and that's good that you're diversifying each year. Where can people go to get a copy of the calendar?
Swimmercalendar.com. And you can find us on Facebook, The Swimmer Calendar, and Twitter is @SwimmerCalendar.
All right.
And we have behind-the-scenes footage of the photo shoots. Some of them are already up. We'll be rolling them out every few weeks. And Peters is going to be up there pretty soon of, shooting behind the scenes and see how this thing was made. It really was a special environment, and kind of want to relive the laughter,
Yeah, I'm sure. Peter, it's kind of hard, it's kind of weird to say this to a 29-year-old, but how's retirement going for you?
It's great. It's great. It's been weird this season, kind of watching the meets from afar and keeping up with everybody and seeing the team go off to Barcelona. It's been fun to watch.
Probably a little bit, you're probably wondering just a teeny bit in the back of your mind what you could have done if you had kept swimming.
I think that thought will always be there, but I felt like it was the right time for me to move on. I have no regrets about that.
What's keeping you busy these days?
Been traveling, doing a lot of appearances and clinics, trying to give back to the sport and all kinds of different odds and ends. And so I've had a great year, been able to do things that I haven't done in years, like go skiing and have some fun too.
Yeah, that's the part that you're looking back and say, I'm glad I don't have to get up early in the morning to swim.
Yeah,
I don't know if anyone ever wants that back.
Well, guys, thanks so much for joining us. We're really happy here at Swimming World that this has actually come to fruition, and we know that there's been a lot of support behind it, and we hope that support continues. And good luck with the launch, and we'll be keeping track of you guys down the road.
Thank you so much, Jeff. Thanks for having us.
Our pleasure. Our
Thanks,
pleasure.
Jeff.
All right, so that was Peter Vanderkaay and two of the co-creators of the Swimmer Calendar, Andrew Day and Erick Knight. As they said, you can get your copy at swimmercalendar.com, and that's going to do it for today's edition of the Morning Swim Show. I'm Jeff Cummings. Thanks for watching.